Hey, my name is Astra, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I'm going to be taking y'all through my upcoming Draft League season. A bit about myself real quick is I have played Draft League for over 5 years. I've done about 5 singles and 5 VGC different type drafts. Definitely more of a VGC player. I love team building here, but I've been growing in singles, and from the push from a friend, I'm going to record it this year. So I'm excited to see how that goes. Just a little about myself with Pokemon. Like I said, I've done about 10 seasons. I've been playing since COVID Draft League, and I've had a lot of fun with it. I have also competed in an actual live regional event. I got to play in Charlotte and finished top half, so I'm really proud of that for my first ever tournament going 4-5. So don't expect out of this world plays, as that's not my forte, but I hope y'all come along and enjoy the journey with me. Before we jump into it, I do just want to apologize for any audio or lighting issues. I'm aware it's probably not great, but I am working on that. It'll just take some time. With that said, this season was a monotype draft, so we all got one type. What happened was there are 14 coaches this season, and we were put in order. I was given 12th, which means I only had 5 or 6 types to pick from. Not great. On the bright side, monotype is what got me into competitive Pokemon. In middle school, me and a group of friends found Pokemon Showdown, and monotype's what we played. My favorite type has always been dark, which is why this season will be interesting because I didn't go with the dark type. It was available to me at my pick, but I wanted to try something different. So with this season, your Forest Green Grookies went with the grass type. With our first pick, I went with Ogerpon Cornerstone. Reason being is it's Ogerpon. It's hard to go wrong. I have access to all of them, and while I'd love Hearthflame, Cornerstone really hits all of Grass's weaknesses the same. Now the big one might be Fire, but a little bit of a spoiler, we won't have to face the Fire type. But Cornerstone helps me in almost all our other matchups. It's really great. Having Stab, where to go? Having a base 100 rock move is pretty good. I like it. But I probably won't do much with Ogerpon outside of what's going to end up being the standard set. There'll be some combination of Spiky Shield, Swords Dance, Ivy Cudgel, Knockoff, Horn Leech, Stomping Tantrum, Play Rough, just depending on the matchup. Ogerpon will be our physical attacker and will hit whatever we want hard. Second pick was Ferrothorn. Now, I wanted Mega Venusaur initially, but unfortunately, the guy going first is Poison type, and they took it. So, I had to build some of this draft on the fly while I was at work, so this will definitely be an interesting season. But, Ferrothorn is a Pokemon I've actually never used. I got in during a time when it was very popular, but Stall has never been my forte. I always played Hyper Offense, and I've gotten into a bulky offense, so that's where the Ferrothorn pick comes in. It will be one of the big tanks with base 131 defense, 116 special defense. It will be our physical wall. That is our goal. Iron Barbs, Rocky Helmet to just chip away at opponents. With rocks, spikes, Leech Seed, we can slow games down and really try and assert our dominance. That is the goal with Ferrothorn. I just want this to be a nuisance to prep for, and that'll let me get kills in other ways. Up next, Amoonguss. This is the first half of the Regenerator core. We're going to try and really just slow these games down. I have Ogerpon, we'll see some later picks that are hyper offense that want to hit hard and just snowball the game. Amoonguss does not do that. It will be a threat to anything that's not ready for it. Between Spore, Clear Smog, Toxic, it'll annoy the opponent a lot. That's my goal with it. I do really like using Amoonguss in VGC, so there will be something stupid I will probably end up doing at some point. If you see Rage Powder on a set, it's because I'm not thinking. But I'm really excited to use Amoonguss in singles, as I've never done it. But base 114 HP is pretty good. And base, well, the rest of its stats aren't the best. But Regenerator, pivoting out constantly will help a lot. Up next is Hydrapple. probably one of my favorite mons from Scarlet and Violet. He's just stupid. I love him. But he's also the second part of the Regenerator Core. Now, I can if I want, and you'll kind of see a little on the line of Pokemon where it could come into play. Super Sweet Syrup could be fun. I don't know if I'll ever run Sticky Hold. But Hydrapple is the other half of the Regenerator Core. AV Hydrapple eats more hits than you would think. At least how I've run it in the past. So I'm really looking forward to this. It's got that dragon type, so any fire moves, because Flamethrower I feel like was on everything, it can help. And that's really what the thing was with this team. It was finding ways to mitigate our fire weakness. Admittedly didn't do the best on ice weakness or flying, but Hydrapple is there to eat hits. But also can dish out damage. Leaf Storms, Draco Meteors, just dropping a Draco if I want, which is always a fun option to have, especially if your opponent doesn't have a fairy type. Going on from Hydrapple to one of my most drafted mons in Generation 9, Todscroll. Now, a lot of you look at this guy and go, what's he doing here? Base 120 special defense with Assault Vest is nothing to laugh at. This thing can eat hits if they don't expect it. Base 100 speed really helps buff our speed tiers. We're not the fastest. That will be an issue. But it's also my Rapid Spinner, because I realized I really needed a Rapid Spinner. But AV'd sets eat hits and can deal a good amount of damage and keep recovering with Giga Drain. It gets Earth Power to hit any Steel, Fire types, Rock types that are giving us issues. We can hit Rock types with Grass moves, but it gives us really nice coverage. But Mycelium Might honestly has become one of my favorite abilities. Negative priority on status moves can suck, yes. But putting your opponent's Golden Go to sleep is amazing. Like, that has won me games before. It's won me more practice games than actual games, but Todscroll will be really good. I'm not saying he's going to show up every week, but don't be surprised when it's on the team most of the time because I really like Todscroll. Up next, Superior. This one feels very straightforward. Contrary. That's it. Leaf Storm, Contrary. I needed a good special attacker. This one will snowball games for us if it's in the right spot. Substitute, Glare, Leaf Storm, and then take your pick of coverage. Dragon Pulse, but we have Hydrapple, so probably won't use Dragon Pulse. But Hidden Power of choice for the matchup. And maybe Mirror Coat if I'm feeling fancy. But that's pretty much what Superior is going to be. It's also, I think, the second fastest team on the team. It might be the fastest. Does it outspeed Ogerpon? Yeah, Superior is our fastest one. So we are slow. This is why we need the bulk. And last up, actually no, not last up. Sorry. Arboliva. It's a Pokemon that has annoyed me all generation, and I just went, it's about time to just use it myself. It gives me a way to control terrain against electric or psychic teams or fairies. I don't know if the fairy team's using Misty Terrain or not. But Arboliva will be our way of getting up grassy terrain. Rillaboom could get sent in at some point if I decide to pick it up in free agency. We'll have to see how that works out, how the season goes. Team could change. But for now, it's Arboliva. Special attack, really nice. Uh, Strength Sap will keep it healthy into almost any physical attacker. And that's really what it's going to be for, is to wall physical attackers with Reflect. Yep. Wall physical attackers with Reflect. Strength Sap to keep it healthy. And just be a nuisance. 125 special attack's really good. Hyper Voice is always a good option in multiple teams, as long as they're not ghost types. That's Arboliva. Dubwool. Now, this one's interesting. This is my Terra Captain. So with this season, what the owner of the league wanted to do was have every team have a Pokemon that's not your type, like in Scarlet and Violet, to Terra into your type. And that was really hard for me to come up with because you look at the list of Pokemon and go, you're not a plant, you're not a plant, oh, you're a plant, you're already grass type. So, what I came up with was Dubwool. It's a sheep. That's the best I got. Milo uses one. Milo uses a Wooloo, and that's my reason for having double. But he's kind of funny. I don't know how often he'll show up, but it decent physical bulk, not bad speed. It's like the fourth fastest, and it will tank hits hopefully. Just no fire moves because of Fluffy. That's a little scary. But that's the team. But before I go, I do want to give my thoughts on the upcoming season, and that is it's going to be interesting. It's monotype, so my team is weak to 6 types. All of Grass's weaknesses plus fighting. But that's to be expected for monotype. That's what makes this format fun. It's finding ways to beat teams you should lose to, and finding ways not to lose the teams you should beat comfortably. For me personally, coming off last season, I ended the season really well. I started 1-3 in a 16-team format with top 8 making playoffs. I thought my chances were done, but I was able to come back in the second half going 4-0, ending the season at 5-3. I'm really proud of that performance. The last half of the season is probably the best I have ever played, especially in singles. So I'm looking to build off of that and push for playoffs again this season. I did lose round 1 in playoffs. Whenever I make it, that's typically what happens. But I lost to the person who eventually won the league. So look on the bright side. We lost to the eventual winner. But like I said, I was really happy with that performance, and I'm looking to build off of that. I want to try and make playoffs, and anything past that will be a bonus. But with that being said, thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the first battle.